it's Mary. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you guys so much for popping back in. This is my follow-up video to the one I did last time about my favorite romance tropes. Today we're going to talk about my least favorite romance tropes. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please be sure to subscribe or give me a thumbs up if you like what you see to help other people find me. If you did not watch last video of my favorite romance tropes, I'm going to link that up here so you can watch it, so you can know what kind of tropes I do like. But today, we're talking about the ones I don't like. And this should be a slightly quicker video, I think, because I don't have any books to actually recommend since I don't like them. But if you're watching this video and I mention a trope that I don't like, but you're like, hey, that's one of my favorites, be sure to leave me some of your recommendations down below, because sometimes maybe it's just that I'm not reading the right book for that trope. And therefore I do not see this one as being a great trope because I haven't read a really good book in that trope. So anyway, leave me some recommendations below if you have any. All right, let's jump in with my first one, which is my least favorite trope. Number one, sports romances. I don't like sports. I've never liked sports. I watch figure skating during the Olympics and baseball if someone takes me to a game so I can eat hot dogs and popcorn. But I don't really care about sports, so reading a romance about sports just really doesn't interest me at all. Number one, I don't understand enough of the game to really understand certain, like, if you describe the game, he's a, I don't know, name a position, he's a blah blah for the football team. I'm like, I don't know what that is, I don't know what that does, like, I don't know how it works. So I don't care about it, and especially when it's a sport I really don't know anything about. Like, I one time read a book in England where they were playing like cricket or something like that, or polo, or I don't know. It was one of the British sports, and I'm like, I have no clue what you're even talking about. So I don't like sports romances. Number two least favorite romance trope is the hidden baby, secret baby, accidental pregnancy baby thing. Like, leave the babies out of the romance, please. Because it usually ends up being like a, oopsies, I forgot my birth control and now I'm pregnant. Or, you know, I don't know, whatever. But it ends up being like, does he love me because he loves me? Does he love me because I'm pregnant? And that becomes the entire storyline. And I think that's a very lazy way of creating drama in the story. I'm not saying you shouldn't have people get pregnant if you want them to, but like, come up with another reason as to why there's drama and there's like conflict in that relationship. It doesn't have to be like she forgot her birth control. And then I also really hate, because I love second chance romances, I mentioned that in my last video, love them, but one that pops up all the time in the second chance romance is the hidden child or hidden baby. So like, they broke up 10 years ago and they've never seen each other again, and now you're back in town and she loves him, but oopsies, she forgot to tell him that 10 years ago she had a child. And so now they have a secret child that he knows nothing about. And you're like, you guys got enough drama to overcome all the reasons you broke up in the first place? Are you really going to pop out a secret child? I don't know. I don't like it. I think it's, I don't know. I don't like it. Just don't like it. I don't know. I think it's lazy parenting if you're hiding a child. And most women who are old enough to know how to take birth control are aware of, like, you're supposed to take the pill every day, and you're supposed to like you're supposed to use backup protection if you're on antibiotics. I mean, there's rules to this, right? Like, I'm not saying people don't screw up and like forget a pill or whatever, but I don't think it makes for like enough conflict in a romance novel. I think there just needs to be more to it than that. So I don't like it. Third least favorite trope is the cowboy and western theme. I am not a country girl. I say this as someone who's getting ready to move to a house that's a little bit more country than I ever thought I would be doing. But I really like the house, and I'm still only 20 minutes away from like a Walmart. So all is well. But anyway, I don't like country. Like, I don't like cornfields and horses and rodeos and smelly cows and manure. And I don't care if he looks good in his tight pants and cowboy boots, but I don't really want to read about life in the country. And I really don't care about westerns and rodeos and stuff. So I don't really like the cowboy and western themed books at all. It's just, get me a good looking man in a suit any day, but the guy in the cowboy boots, he's all yours, honey. I will not fight you for him at all. All right, number 4. I do not like, I'm just going to call it fantasy, but I don't like, I can do dragon romances because I consider those to be shifters, they're dragon shifters, but I don't like witches and fairies and elves and people with pointy ears, because fairies, I'm thinking like Tinkerbell, truthfully. Witches, I'm thinking like Harry Potter. And elves, I'm thinking like Santa's elves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get into the fantasy stuff. But that's not just with romance, that's just books in general. I can't get into if you got some weird fantasy thing going on, I just don't like it. I have trouble learning the world and the names and magical beings. I can't really get into it. So not a huge fan of like any of that witches, elves, fairies, jazz. And then my number 5 least favorite trope is going to hurt a few people's feelings, I think. I don't like age gap romances. I know, I just knocked out like half the top books of 2020, but I don't like, I'm sorry if I hit my mic, but I don't like age gap romances because there's nothing sexy to me about falling in love with a dude who's old enough to be my dad. You know what I mean? Because you're kissing a grandpa, or you know what I mean? You're kissing someone's grandpa. You're kissing someone's dad. It's creepy. I'm not saying there's anything, hey, if you're married to an older man and you guys have a lovely, beautiful romance, I'm happy for you. I don't always like the age gap romances, but the ones I've read have came across as super creepy, or like old dude falls in love with the young virgin. Like, I see that a lot in mafia romances. And it's just creepy. I don't know. I haven't seen it done well. So if you have a recommendation for an age gap romance that's not like creepy, you need to let me know. Because I don't know. Like, and just for me, I don't know. I just don't care for it. But a lot of people do. So, all right, guys, those are my least favorite romance tropes. Leave me some comments below as some of your most hated tropes. And again, if you have any recommendations that you think will change my mind, leave them in the comment section below. All right, guys, I will talk to you next time. Bye.